All right, good morning, cyber friends. This is Mitty Man coming at you again, live from Walk Studio, back in Studio B. I want to say good morning to all of you, and we give God the glory, the praise as usual. And we thank all of you cyber friends and all the Bible study participants, and we thank God for each and every one of you. As you can see here, I went live this morning to let everybody know that old middleman, after a long break from my my eye doctor, which is he's a vitreoretinal, however you want to call it, specialist, Dr. Charles Newell, been my doctor now for 2 years, hand running. I had bad diabetic damage to my eyesight, and but he really, with him and God on my side, God has used Dr. Newell to keep my eyesight as best as it can be at this present time. Mind you, I got some. It's not like it once was, because I used to have excellent vision back in the day. But nevertheless, the diabetes did a damage. It did a job on my eyesight, and between God using Dr. Newell, he has really, in my opinion, he has saved my sight. He have saved my sight because if if I had not got the attention that he has given me thus far, I don't think I will be seeing too much of anything right about now, because that diabetes had really did a number on my eyesight. And so we sit here this morning, and we feeling kind of excited, getting ready to go back to my eye doctor. And we have grown a relationship in the last 2 years, and I was supposed to have went back. My last visit was supposed to be back in March 24th, but it was canceled due to coronavirus. And matter of fact, they canceled it. They canceled it. I didn't cancel it. They did it. In other words, as a precaution, perhaps to me as well as them. And so today I returned back to my appointment, my scheduled appointments. Needless to say, I think, I'm not for certain, but I think that on the 24th of March, I was supposed to have had a dye test done, because I hadn't had one done since 2018. And so that was what supposed to had happened on the 24th of March. So I didn't get a chance to meet that appointment. So it is my guess that I will have that today. I would have that done today, the dye test today. So I'm asking that all your cyber friends, all your prayers. I'm soliciting y'all prayers that everything is still going pretty good with the old eyeballs, and that we can yet continue to see as well as we can. We are not daring to complain at all. I'm just grateful that I can see as well as it is, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I first got out of the hospital back in 2018, when I got out the first hospital before I had my amputation done, uh, it was like dark in here. Like I got lights on. Matter of fact, I got two lights on here. Sometimes be too much light, especially since Dr. Newell been working with my eyesight. But when I first came back home from the first hospital, it was like dark. I mean, it was dark, and it took some getting used to the idea. So I didn't complain about it and everything. So that I stayed here about 3 days. I got out of the hospital on that Tuesday. I went in on February the 9th, and that was on a Friday when I got sick, February the 9th. And they admitted me in the hospital on the 10th, that's early that Saturday morning. And so I was out the hospital that Tuesday, which would have been like what, 11, 12, around the 13th, in other words. And I was out and I came back home and it was like total darkness in here to me. It was just like total darkness. I couldn't, it was everything like blurry and dark. Couldn't hardly see anything. So, but that particular Friday, I had to be rushed to Phoebe Putney in Albany, Georgia. And gangrene was kicking in on me, y'all. And my toe was bad. My toe was very bad. And like I said, I did lose that. And I want to give another shout out to my vascular surgeon, Dr. Morgan. They call him Trip. I think that's his nickname, Trip. But I don't. I call him Dr. Morgan. I call him straight Dr. Morgan. And I will never forget him eat as well. Dr. Morgan and Dr. Newell, those two doctors really, as well as Dr. Jesus, was my lifesaver, really. Because Dr. Morgan stopped the gangrene from going through this boy's body. Mitty Man wouldn't be sitting here in front of this camera. But Dr. Morgan is the one, with the help of the master, he stopped the growth of the gangrene. And I lost my toe. I lost my left great toe. But hey, at least I'm still here. So, and I just wanted to let everybody know that I traveled back to Albany today to go back to my eye doctor. And matter of fact, a lot of people are still scared about the coronavirus, y'all. But I'm just being honest with y'all. I've never been scared. I'm still not scared about it. I realized that it had done some damage over the world. I know that, and I realized that, but I can't help it. I just had never been. I never been the type of person to fear everything. I just never been one to fear too much. But nothing wrong with taking precautions, and I don't fault people for taking precautions from this stuff because they say it's could be. I've seen. I don't. I'm here. I got eyes. I can still see a little bit, and I got ears to hear. And I like I told y'all, I did lose some friends, some preacher friends. Matter of fact, I lost three preacher friends. In fact, Reverend Alfred Starling, Reverend Larry Moore, and Reverend Pastor Eddie B. Washington. So I know I lost three pastor friends. I not only they were pastors, but they were friends of mine that I knew very well. And we just saying that I don't laugh at this virus, but I'm just letting y'all know that I have not been fearing the virus. I have not been fearing the virus, but now I'm not going to go out here and just do stuff crazy. I got better sense than that now. I got better sense than that, but as far as you see, what you see is what you get. This is what I've been doing all through the pandemic. And I would have kept my doctor's appointment if they had not canceled it. I would have kept it. But they was doing it for my safety as well as the safety of the people. So I don't have no problem with that. But I'm just saying today is the day that we go back in a combat zone. I'm not worried about that. I got to go and take care and see about my eyesight. And I'm going. The Lord say so. The Lord will. I will be going. Now, what I face when I get there, we'll just have to deal with that when I get there. But as of now, Mitty Man is getting ready to go back to my eye doctor, and we are praying that everything is still pretty good. I mean, like I say, it's been just about 3 months, and I believe I tell y'all the truth, my blood sugar been up and down. I won't be honest with you. I tell you the truth, I'm kind of a little bit uneasy on what Dr. Newell may tell me about that blood sugar. About when they do take pictures of my eyes and everything, and I'm hoping that the pictures look good. And if not, then I probably will. You know what I mean? I got to face reality. If the pictures don't look good, I would have to go back and doing uh, eye injections. And I've been taking eye injections for over a year, way over a year. I did the laser surgery in both eyes, and like I said, Dr. New has been wonderful. I mean, really, truly, we become best friends to a degree, and I'm gonna stay his friend as long as my eyes need working on. I'm gonna stay right there as his friend. God, we want to be able to see. I mean, I'm used to having sight, and I want to continue to keep my sight. So y'all just pray, cyber friends and all. We just want to say that we didn't come to do a long little live feed. I just want to let everybody know, especially my cyber friends and everybody, those that might want to become Minivan friends. Minivan is open. Minivan is open, but I just want to warn you. I tell the truth. Minivan tells the truth, and I don't have no reserves. I try to be transparent. I don't have nothing to hold back or to hide from anyone. And we just want to say that, and we give God all the glory. We have been through a lot in the past couple of years since my illness hit me back in on February 2018 up until this present time. We don't went through a lot, but nevertheless, God was right there every step of the way. Every step of the way, God always been right there for me every step of the way, and just not only me. He's been there for you too. You may not realize, but God been right there. Yeah, but we need to give God the credit that He is due, y'all. Don't give somebody else credit that only God can do. Don't give another entity that credit. And so I just want to say, God bless each and every one of y'all, and we got some music that we want to get out pretty soon, and I don't want to bring too much in on this thing. Now I'm just about this close to being finished with my book, and I really want to go on and get finished with that book first before I dive into any major music making right now. I can do some light stuff, but I don't want to do no major stuff. But then again, I could probably juggle between the two if I space the time out right and do it right. We just have to wait and see. So to all of my cyber friends, inner circle. Y'all know who y'all. God bless y'all. In other words, God bless the support you've been giving me over the months and weeks, or the Bible study. I want to thank God for all of you. I want to thank God for all of my brothers and sisters, all my church family, and my church associates. In other words, I got Minivan right now. I play for three churches. My home church, Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, New Salem CME, and Pleasant Grove AME. We it's got three churches, but I'm full time minister. Cause my church has got we got two time pastoral days, second and fourth Sunday, and then the first and the third I'm somewhere. So that pretty much got everything covered. So I just wanted to let y'all know that I know a lot of churches supposed to be opening back up this month, and we hoping that everybody take precautions and make sure you sterilize and sanitize and do what you need to do so won't nobody else get sick until they can go on and figure out what they're going to do with this mess called coronavirus. I'm praying that it just get killed right in its track. That's what I'm praying for, and that everybody can go back. And so this social distancing stuff, I don't like it. I just must tell you the truth. I don't like it because I'm a hugger. I'm a hugger. I love to hug. And when I can't do that and I can't touch, that kind of got me in a bad spot. But nevertheless, we're going to do what necessary for right now until we can do better. We'll just have to do whatever we can. I don't see, as a musician as well, I'm a deacon, but I'm also the minister of music at my churches. The only thing that I see in this thing, now y'all bear with me now, and I'm not trying to be funny here. Now, my choir member can't sing with no mask on. Now, come on, we're going to have to do something about that. I don't want my choir members up there with masks on. I just don't want that. But now, people say, yes, you can sing with mask on. Well, no, I don't want them to have no mask on. I don't want a muted choir member. I mute my trumpet, but I don't want to mute my singers. You don't want your singers muted. So I just throw that in there for free, y'all, because I mean you cannot do no singing with no mask on, and I mean with gloves and mask on up there, no, that just cuts me too low right there. But at any rate, we're gonna do what thus said the Lord. In other words, we're gonna have to make do, and we don't want to get people scared enough as it is. We don't want nobody to not be able to come back to church because of a couple of masks. And I have not worn no mask yet because I told you I never feared this stuff. But nevertheless, I will wear a mask if it's gonna stop the spread. If if I knew, in other words, if I knew, and I don't have no coronavirus, but if I knew I had coronavirus or even thought that I did, then I would make certain that I would keep myself away. I would quarantine my own self and just go until I get myself better. I would do that. I don't have no problem with that. I wouldn't. Even though I'm not one for masks, but if it complies with to keep everybody from being sick or people that I love from being sick, choir members, deacons, whatever, church members, whatever, people, period. If it means for them to not become sick by me wearing a mask, then I will wear one, period. I will wear one. That's a word of thought. So we gonna say, y'all, we thank God for each and every one. Just came to let y'all know that old Middleman is on his way back to the doctor today, back in Albany, Georgia, which was a very, very hot spot for the coronavirus in these past 2 months. And just letting y'all know that's a hot spot. But we going back in the combat zone because we got to see our doctor. So with that being said, we hope to see some of y'all tonight. Some of y'all will listen in on the Bible study, if the Lord will, at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Blog Talk Radio /Miniman. In other words, if you want to then listen to the broadcast on the web, you can just go to www.blogtalkradio.com /Miniman. That will take you to my page, and you will be able to hear the broadcast as it happens. And then there are numbers up there that you can dial in if you desire to do so. If not, you can also listen to the live stream that I do. I do it on YouTube, and I have been doing it now for quite some time. Either way, y'all can join in with me. And we want to say, people, don't be so silent. We don't be so silent. In other words, you got something to say, people, say it. Say it. In other words, just going to be open with everything. You know, if you want to know something, you got to ask the question. Or if you got an opinion, state your opinion. Never be afraid of the truth. Don't be afraid of the truth. If you need to know something, ask. You cannot gain knowledge if you don't ask questions. So with that being said, this middleman saying whatever you get into, if God is in it, please, ma'am, please, sir, come on out of it because it's going to come to nothing. Till the next video, next Bible study, whichever comes first, which is the night Bible study at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whatever you get into, God in it, get out of it because it's going to come to nothing. That being said, we're going to say peace and good morning.